အားလုံးမင်္ဂလာပါဒီချစ်အေးဖြစ်ပါတယ်ဒီကနေ့မှာတော့တစ်ချက်က A Letter to My Teacher ဆိုတဲ့စာအုပ်လေးကိုဖတ်ပြပေးချင်ပါတယ် A Letter to My Teacher Dear Teacher, whenever I had something to tell you, I tacked on you short and whisper in your ear. This time, I'm writing a letter. I hope you remember me. I was the one who marched to school that first day, splashing through every puddle I could find. I wore a bright yellow raincoat and a dark stormy frock. Because of me, school meant sitting still and listening. Two things I wasn't much that good. I stood there, ornery and dripping, just sure I'd get in trouble. But instead, you grinned at me. Good morning, look at you, standing there like Mary Kingsley, just back from canoeing at the Ugu River. Who? I said. Where? Mary Kingsley, the fearless explorer, you explained. Someday we will read about her in Crocodiles. Now get them up. Crocodiles? After taking attendance, you made a big announcement. Welcome. This year we will be planting the first ever second grade garden. It'll be our great experiment. Yay! We get to dig in the map, I shouted. True, but first we must read about plants. You said we will use maths to measure our plot, and we will write our garden plan. Reading, math, and writing. I was better at running and jumping. The next week, we visited the creek behind the school to learn about the plants and water. When you weren't watching, I started to hope the rocks right in the middle. I got stuck. Look at me, I'm Mary. What's her name? I hollered, trying to sound brave. Watch out for crocodiles, you called back. Then you rushed to rescue me. On the way back, you held my hand, never told anyone how much I was shaking. All fall, I try hard to sit still. Right before Thanksgiving vacation, you asked who wanted to take the Mouse Brothers home. Me! Pick me, I shouted. But while I was busy eating turkey, my cat Lucy ate one brother. I bought a replacement mouse, except I just could not tell you. One day, when we were cleaning their cage, you called me over to your desk and told me that we might have to change the brothers' names to Mer and perhaps Mouse. You knew the whole time. I said, laughing, you said, might as well get used to it. Teachers see everything. When winter came, the reading corner became our secret garden of stories. On Friday afternoons, we all curled up in a heap to listen just like our new litter of mice. I loved it when you read to us and always begged for more, but I hated being called to read out loud. I kept tripping over words. Once, right before my turn, I yelled, raise your hand if you want to go home. Another time, I clutched my throat and croaked. I lost my voice. Nothing for you though. You called me to your desk and asked, when we make our garden, do you think the seed will grow right away? No, I said. Everyone knows that they need time and sand and water. Well, learning to read take times too, you said. Now, I think you have a cat. I nodded. Lucy, the one who liked mice. I like you to read to Lucy every day, you suggested. It might keep her out of trouble. I giggled. Maybe I'll read her Puss in the Boots. I practice hard and you give me extra help too. One day, you brought me a special book. I met A real author. He autographed it just for you, you said. I looked at the cover, sounded out the words. Wow, it's about her, the explorer, Mary Kinsley. You smile. Next week, you can share it with the class. In March, we explored our town. We went on a field trip, to an old house. It was full of histories and secret stairways. When I slipped away to look for hidden treasure in the root cellar, you and the whole class had to trudge down the old stone steps to find me. I think even you lost your patience that time. Aspirating was the words you used, I remember, because that night my mom had me look it up in the dictionary. The day you brought the seed for us to choose, I tacked on your shirt. Can we plant this car? The packet says early spring. We can have bright reddish in just a few weeks. Good readings and great idea, you said. Thanks to the math games we played, measuring our garden patch was easy. At last, we turned over our soil and we're ready to plant. I was reddish crew chief and read out the instructions all by myself. All spring, we weeded and watered and kept the garden journals too. On the Fridays before summer vacation, we wrote out invitation to every class to come enjoy the salad we'd grown ourselves. Splendid Spanish, said the principal. It's because of the worms, I explained. I didn't know how to say thank you, so on the last day, I gave you a present, a memory quilt. I'd measure squares on paper and make the story of our year in each one. The reading corner, worms in our compost, and the magnificent mouse family, and best of all, a picture of you and me. You look at the quilt a long time, then held it up for everyone to see. Thank you now. I never forget you all. The year of the second grade garden. Me neither, I promised. And I never have. For a long time, I have been waiting to write to tell you that, even though I didn't always listen, and I know I was separating, second grade really was the best year ever. So, I guess you won't be too surprised to hear that I still like to stop through creeks and dig in the garden and even read out loud to my cat. Most of all, I want to tell you that I'm about to start my first job. And tomorrow morning, when I go to work, I'll think about everything you helped me explore and try my best to be like you. Thank you for being my teacher, your student.